Hello students, I hope you are all fine. So I am continuing with my revisional class, or rather to say the revision regarding Albert Einstein at school. I already started explaining the text of the chapter, and I already did a part of page number 26 also. So let me continue from where I left in my previous audio presentation. So as you know, I already discussed that Albert Einstein was severely scolded, and Mr. Brown, the history teacher, was very critical while he was scolding Albert Einstein. Now Albert Einstein got a bit demoralized. Now let's see what happens. Albert felt miserable when he left school that afternoon. Not that it had been a bad day. Most days were bad now anyway. Now it's a normal routine for Albert Einstein. He was scolded every now and then. Each and every day it became a daily routine. And he is used to it. So let me continue. Not that it had been a bad day. Most days were bad now anyway. But because he had to go back to the hateful place the next morning. That means the following day again he had to go back to that hateful place. And hateful place, dear students, here it refers to the school. So let me continue. He only wished his father would take him away, but there was no point in even asking. He knew what the answer would be. He would have to stay until he had taken his diploma. He knew very well that even his father won't allow him back home. His father wants a diploma. So if Albert Einstein goes back to Milan, where his family is, then again his father will send him back, because what his father wants from him, his father wants from him his school passing diploma. Going back to his lodgings did not cheer him up. Albert Einstein used to stay as a paying guest in a slum area. So even the atmosphere in that house was also not pleasant, because Albert Einstein experienced slum violence. He saw slum violence with his own eyes. So I am coming to that part right now, dear students. Going back to his lodgings did not cheer him up. His father had so little money to spare that Albert had been found a room in one of the poorest quarters of Munich. He hadn't received a lot of pocket money from his father. So he moved to one of the poorest quarters of Munich. He did not mind the bad food and lack of comfort, or even the dirt and squalor, but he hated the atmosphere of slum violence. This is a very important line, dear students. He never minded the bad food or the lack of comfort or the dirt and squalor, because he could have managed all these things. But what he hated most was the atmosphere of slum violence. What sort of slum violence we'll get to know in the next line only, dear students. His landlady beat her children regularly, and every Saturday her husband came drunk and beat her. So the landlady used to beat her children on a regular basis, and every Saturday her husband came home drunk and beat her. It was a regular affair, and Albert Einstein was very disturbed because of this slum violence. But at least you have a room of your own, which is more than I can say, said Yuri when he called round in the evening. Yuri can be said to be one of the true friend of Albert Einstein. He was a bit senior to Albert Einstein, and probably he was a medical student also. So Yuri came to visit Albert Einstein, and he had a conversation with Albert Einstein. And Yuri told Albert Einstein that you are luckier, at least you have a room of your own. You have a personal room of your own. Said Yuri when he called round in the evening. At least you live among civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students, said Albert. But Albert told Yuri that at least, but you stay in a hostel and at least you stay among civilized people. Now, listening to this, Yuri told Albert Einstein, they are not all civilized. Did you not hear that one of them was killed last week in a duel? Now, Yuri told that, my dear friend, don't say that I live among civilized people because they are uncivilized. Why? Because haven't you heard that one of the student killed the other in a duel? And what happens to the one who killed him? Nothing, of course, nothing. Simply nothing. He is even proud of it. The one who killed the other, he is proud of what he did. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. So ultimately, what was the outcome that was given by the authorities? The authorities told that boy who killed the other that you should not involve yourself or engage yourself in fighting other duels in life. So that is the only punishment given to the boy, nothing else. He is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar. Actually, scar means an injury mark. That is the meaning of the word, or that is the meaning of the term scar. So I repeat, he is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. Now that particular student or that particular boy is upset. Why? Because there is no injury mark on his face that he can actually bear throughout his life, and he could have proudly shown it to others. Look, I have fought a duel. These are my injury marks. Okay, because the authorities told him, the college authorities told him that you are not allowed to fight any more duels. Apart from that, he was not given any other sort of punishment. And remember, dear students, listening to this information from Yuri made Albert disturbed and disgusted at the same time. See, oh, exclaimed Albert, and these are the students. Well, you will be a student one day, said Yuri. Now Albert felt very disgusted, very disturbed after listening to it from Yuri, and he told Yuri with a lot of surprise, these are students, they are next to criminals. But Yuri told, you will also be a student one day. That means you will also continue higher education one day. You will also be a student one day. I doubt it, said Albert glumly. Glumly means in a very sad manner. I don't think I will ever pass the exams for the school diploma. Now he told Yuri very frankly that I don't think I will pass the school exams because I don't have interest in any subject. I doubt whether I will be a student who will go and pursue higher education, because I doubt it whether I will pass the school for the school diploma. I don't think so. So that was the conversation with Yuri. Dear students, I am stopping here in this audio presentation. Please listen to this, and if you have any doubts, any queries, kindly let me know. In my next audio presentation, I will continue from the next paragraph. Thank you, students. Thank you all.